Hello everyone, welcome to another Fire Emblem Heroes content, except this time it's not going to be Fire Emblem Heroes that's doing the content, it's content related to Fire Emblem Heroes. So, it's been a long time since I did one of these things. Now, I should probably change the background.
I got you, homie!
Well, anyway, so, what I'm going to do here, so I made a video a long time ago about 30 Feh Asks. Now, I'm going to still do something similar, except it's not 30, it's more like more recent things, not a lot. So, Reddit user Millennial Late 2002 made a thread about, just a bunch of questions. And I'm thinking, okay, this is enough for a video. And plus, I kind of don't want to edit the book 4 end video right now. So, well, anyway, so bunch of questions. So let's go right now. Okay, so first question will be favorite banner. Okay, so the one I remember the most is the one I spent the most orbs at in one banner. That being the legendary Leaf banner. I mean, I think y'all know why. 171 orbs. No background music. So I gotta add my own later. One banner. One target. Let's do this. I was kidding!
I'm not.
Yes! 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 She's supposed to attack! Oh! Oh! Dude, give me Marissa. Thank you, game! Thank you, game! And I got a freaking Felicia! But it has happened. So, and also, okay, I'm not gonna spoil too much of it, but let's just say the as of now current banner, the New Year's Omega Special Heroes, is taking a good spot onto that slot favorite banner as well. You'll know why in March. Jeez. So gotta wait a couple of months to see why. Although I did kind of spoil a tweet about it, but you gotta go to my Twitter to find that out. Favorite male or female unit as a character or unit. This is obvious. For females, I have two, Paolo and Camilla. I've used them forever. They're my best girls. I've used them pretty much everything. Well, yeah, I do use them pretty much everything. Sometimes I don't use them all the time in the camera, but I do use them a lot, some good chunk of the time on camera. And for male characters, I only have one +10 character, and that is Cormag. Because I just like a stat line, he plays Cormag. Cormag's cool, my favorite characters in Sacred Stones. I think it's my second favorite character in Sacred Stones after Seth. But since Seth sucks in Fire Emblem Heroes, that leaves Cormag. And granted, Cormag is a free unit, and there are a lot of other, tanky male flyers in the free pool, free pool. But I like Cormag just a lot. Anyway, best feature been added to Feh. Honestly, I think the best feature added was the Spark method, in which you can spend as many orbs as possible, and once you get enough summons, then you can have a character for free. I've only used that feature twice. Once in the CYL4 banner, and another in the Christmas banner. So, it's kind of you'll see when we get there. But I don't think I've shown what the unit was. So in what you're going to see later with the Christmas banner, I did spark for Sephiran. Because I don't have him, and I just have a few of the rest. So, Most wanted unit you want in Feh, either male or female or both. Now I'm only going to mention one from each, one for male, one for female, because again there's a lot for females. And the reason for both is because I want to see how Feh would translate their characters and their preferred, stat line stuff to Fire Emblem Heroes. For males, I'm going to start with Beck, because he's like a ballistician, meaning like he uses ballistas. They don't move, but their range is quite large. Now, how would that be translated to Feh? Is he going to be an armored bow unit, or will he have a very specific pref skill or whatever that allows him to go 3 or 4 range? Don't know about that. That's why I kind of want to see. I want to know how how ballistas would work in Fire Emblem Heroes. And for females, I chose Marianne. And the reason for that, because Marianne as a unit is best suited to heal. Because, like, I think she's, like, one of the best healers, not the best healer in Golden Deer, specifically. Because Linhardt is supposedly best healer in Black Eagles, and Mercedes is supposedly best healer in Blue Lions. But if Marianne's going to be the healer, like a good healer unit, but also because she's also, her talent is riding, meaning she's most likely going to be a cav unit. However, the thing is, her personal weapon, her pref sword, whatever, is a sword. Or I should say pref weapon is a sword, but I already spoiled it. So, how I'm going to translate her being more like mage-like, mostly healing, and still your sword. Is she going to be like Micaiah, in which she does have like some healing capabilities with her assist, or are they going to make her straight up a healer? So I don't know if they're going to make her a straight healer, or they're going to make her a sword unit. And plus, her sword unit, if I'm not mistaken, is also a magic sword. So, was that going to be the same as what Lightbrand does? Or what? I don't know. The unit you want as a CYL, Legendary, Seasonal, or another alt. So, again, this is characters that I want as that sort of thing. Now, for most of these, I don't particularly care. However, I have listed one from each. So the character that on CYL, I chose Severa because I have voted for Severa several times. Especially in the first CYL that I've only voted for Severa. And I believe in the other two, I also voted at least once for her. So that's my CYL choice. For Legendary, I don't particularly care who gets Legendary. All I care is the unit's good. But come on. I need to have a full promoted Asker trio, specifically Alphonse, because it kind of needs to be done at this point. He needs to have a promote. So give him a Legendary alt. I want to see what happens when Alphonse is all grown up and whatever. Although I'm pretty sure that if they're going to make Alphonse a CYL unit, he's probably going to dress like or act like his dad. I don't know. For Seasonal, okay, I'm going to be biased here. So I'm going to choose my waifu Pala in the most waifu season, that being summer. So summer Pala, because why the heck not? Because I would totally love it. However, the catch is that as long as she isn't blue or red, actually, if she was green or colorless, then I would be fine for summer Pala. The reason because she has 3 alts: the base, the spring, and the young banner and the young alt. The former 2 are red and the latter is blue. So I'm kind of hoping that she has a green or a colorless to balance out the colors. Or at least green. So I can balance the colors and have that to work with base or spring Pala. Any other themes? Like if I could choose any theme ever, then here's my choice. If I choose any theme, regardless of what it is, outside of the main seasons, I want a banner with everyone wear suits. Because suits are cool. And I want Minerva to be in it. Just think about it for a second. Minerva in a suit. Isn't that classy and boss as heck? That surely is for me. Now, I want a parry alt. But I can't decide on the theme. So, it didn't take me that long to decide, hey, it'd be cool. Because she is good at cooking, why not have her in a chef alt? And I'm pretty sure there are other characters who are good at cooking who can use a chef-themed banner. I mean, we've done Picnic, we've done Pirates, we've done Ninjas. Let's do chefs. I mean, why not? I mean, considering, like, historically Japan really loves, like, French things, and there aren't that many things that are more French-like than chefs. So, let's go for that. Also, I want Aranis in the game, but it would be cool if she would end up being as a seasonal for something. Any season, I don't care how, as long as she, again, isn't blue because her default weapon is a spear. Or sword. I'm pretty sure it's a spear. Her artwork is spear, so as long as she isn't the lance unit, as long as she's green or colorless, Aranis will work well for the same reason as Pala. Okay, next. Unit getting a refund or resplendent. So, again, I've chosen both for those, and I've chosen 2 for both, actually. Characters that I want to have a refine. Let's go start with Cormac, because of course I use him. So, I gave Cormac Steady Posture 3 A slot and Steady Posture 2 S slot. So, obviously, the best course of action to have a Steady Posture base effect for his pref. And for refine, I don't particularly care as long as Steady Posture is added to the base of the refine. Done. I also want a refine for Leg Yarn because her default weapon isn't exactly good. It isn't exactly it's a bit situational at best. I mean, granted, it's more common now because, everyone's getting buffs, everyone's getting bonuses into attack or speed or whatever. But I feel like she shouldn't do that. Maybe I feel like she would have a refine or change her base to have like an effect, let's say, I don't know, doubles bonuses to unit from allies during combat. Like, for example, if an ally gives Leg Yarn like +4 attack for whatever reason, like a drive or whatever, she would instead gain +8. That sort of thing. I think that'll be an interesting turn for a refine and how to approach Leg Yarn with allies. Character I want Resplendent, obviously my 2 favorite girls, Paola and Camilla, because I want their stat boost, kind of use them more than I already do. Specifics, I want Camilla to be either Embla or Moose Spell. I have not decided on which, but it makes more sense if Camilla ends up being one or the other. Personally, I prefer Moose Spell, but the whole wings and feathers and stuff on Embla would probably fit her too. And for Pal and Niffle, no questions asked. I mean, if freaking, Sheeta has a Niffle, why not have the other Pegasus Knights from Shadow Dragon have a Niffle art as well? I mean, again, Minerva is Moose Spell, so would that mean that the White Wings also get Moose Spell? Although it would be interesting if the other White Wings each get different themes. Like, for example, maybe if Katria gets Asker, and Pala gets Niffle, and S gets... S gets, the Alfar one. The Peony one. So there, that's just my options. Anyway, character I want a duo or harmonic unit. I can't really think of a duo, but for harmonics, the one I have in mind is a Loki averse harmonic, or reverse averse of Loki. And the reason is because of that one paralogue with them together. They're talking to each other how hot each other are. I was thinking have that conversation into a harmonic unit. I mean, it first worked exactly like that for Mia and in quote-unquote Marth, because the whole reason why they're harmonic is because Mia and Master Marth, aka Lucina, has had a conversation together in Tempest Trials, so of course it'll make sense. But with this, it makes even more sense. Next, I got another harmonic idea. How about Crom Ephraim? For those who have been OGs of Fire Emblem Heroes, you would know about the legendary voting gauntlet between Crom and Ephraim and how close each other are. I forgot who won it. I think it's Ephraim. I don't remember. I forgot who won it. But there's so many people who are going into the Crom and Ephraim voting gauntlet, and both they're really hard in supporting one or the other, and they end up being kind of chaotic. But it was kind of fun, kind of chaotic. I mean, so I don't mind a Camilla Ike harmonic for the same reason, but I feel like Crom Ephraim kind of makes the most sense, considering how the two of them are. For duo unit, okay, I don't really have many ideas on what we'll do for a duo unit, because I could be content with anything. But it'd be kind of funny if they were a duo of the male and female versions of any avatar. Like, for example, Robin, Byleth, Chris, etc. It'd be kind of interesting to see how they would work. Heck, why not have, two avatars? Maybe have Robin and Mark from Blazing Blade. I mean, granted, like, freaking, what was it, Ruko Taro from Reddit likes to draw Lin all, like, every time Robin appears on screen, well, on his, comic or his drawing. So why not have that sort of thing? So, favorite game mode or event? I have two, although not sure which one I like more, but I chose, like, in second place, Hall of Forms, because it gives people a chance to test out a unit they have never played before. And like, if you want to actually use the unit that you've, built up from scratch, you can just buy it. So if you want it, you can have it. And also, Forging Bonds, because it's actually the closest thing to an actual, story between other characters that isn't, like, the OCs. So, Forging Bonds for the story, Hall of Thorns for the actual gameplay and benefit and stuff. Any character I want in a Hero Rises. So, twice already, people have voted for any character to be distributed as a free 5-star unit. I believe Altina won last time. So, what character do I want? Summer Leghorn. Now, specific Summer Leghorn, like, that's like number one choice. Why? Because I use her. I want more merges. If I had to choose second place, it'll be Miraculous, because I also use her, and plus she's pretty tanky as heck, and I don't mind you having another Miraculous, and plus she's decent fodder, because I believe she has 4 defense res, which will work on, like, more defensive units. Third place will be Brave Camilla, because I believe that will be the one that people probably vote for. I think that more people would vote for Brave Camilla than the other two I just mentioned, so I put her there. And plus, like, she's a really powerful healer, so I believe people will probably vote. I don't think people will vote for her. I think people mostly vote for a Three Houses character. I'm calling it. But I believe that people would probably want Brave Camilla. Any features, demoted units, game mode, etc. you want in Fire Emblem Heroes? There's only one thing I have in mind, and that is Demotes. Demote every Book 1 unit to 3-star, regardless of who it is, except demote Hector to 4-star. Now, the reason why I chose that, because every single unit in Book 1 sucks to some extent. Yes, including Pala, yes, including Camilla. But if putting all the formerly 5-star exclusive Book 1 units, they could probably be used for merging projects or for meme builds. Like, for example, people will definitely still want to build Lin up, or even I don't think people want to build Ryoma up because he kind of sucks. But Ryoma sucks. That's a phrase I never thought I'd ever say ever. But people definitely want to have, like, Book 1 units demoted. Now, I specifically chose Hector to 4-star specifically because I'm pretty sure the only reason why it hasn't been done at all yet is because of Hector. Because he carries Distant Counter, which is still a super high, like, high-priced premium skill. And if he gets demoted to 3-star, then people would flock over to every banner possible for green and try to pull for 3-star Hectors. Which is a big no-go for, IS who wants to keep selling Distant Counter. Which is why IS has been making worse versions of Distant Counter at some points. Like Close Ward? Really? Anyway. No, Close Foil, my bad. No, not Close Foil. Yeah, Close Foil. It's... Anyway. Point is... demotes everyone. But leave Hector... If you're going to demote Hector, either... If you could demote Hector, put in 4-star, not 5-star, not 3-star. But everyone else, 3-star. Okay. Now, with that change, now the actual thing I want. So once that's done, revival banners, because remember about revival banners, they will come with 5-star versions of banner characters that were already Thanos. So I want revival banners to have 3- and 4-star focus units for each of the banner units. Like, for example, let's say that, let's say Lin is the current revival banner unit. They would have a 4-star focus for Lin and a 3-star focus for Lin. That sort of idea. And finally, the real reason why I'm making a separate video out of this, because I kind of want to do this. Okay, so get ready. If you want the TLDR of this video, it's right here. Bonus question. If it had a customizable summoner as a unit, what weapon type and movement would your summoner be? So I'm going to take this moment right here to make my own Feh character. Now, I've done so in the past, but that's a long time ago, and if that would be made now, it'll be completely goddamn terrible. So, here is what my character, my customizable summoner would be. Here we go. So, the answer, I'm going to answer the question as is. Armored Staff. So, I want my customized summoner to be Armored Staff. Now, how would I want the stats would be? I want my Armored Staff summoner to be completely focused on defense and resistance. Barely any attack, barely any speed, just complete wall. There's a complete and exclusive wall. However, the way for this unit to attack, he has to rely especially on his special. So his special is all damage. So I want this character to be a special reliant super tank. So the skills I want this guy to come with do not have any special cooldown, because I want this special to be hard to do. But then again, it's possible to make this high special cooldown, whatever. It's still possible. If you want to do that, you could do that. But the base build for it is entirely based on healing and entirely based on being tanky. So the weapon slot, my unit's pref weapon does not exist. So you're wondering, wait, so that means he only carries inherited weapons? No, this particular summoner that I want as my own and customize however I want will not come with any weapons. You could put like this is kind of a unique situation because I want the special to do all the work, and I want this unit to just focus on being tanky, so the unit will not attack except for its special. Now, again, you could put inheritable weapons in this unit, sure, but I'm going to penalize whoever does so. You'll see. So, this unit, so I'm basically going to try and make my own OC in it, will not come with any weapon, he will not be holding anything. He'll be using his bare fist to attack. Not even possible, but you get the idea. Assist. I want the assist to be a pref heal. So, I'm surprised this hasn't been done yet in a healer, but the assist will be called Heal Burst. Pref, it heals based on the unit's defense instead of its attack. And any heals that is overflown, or like whatever extra healing, like for example, if the unit goes 100%, but it still heals more than the 100%, that whoever is left will be added to the ally's total HP until that ally loses all that HP. So, and so now talking about the defense stats, so I'm not going to put any numbers, but I want the unit to have medium HP for whatever generation that come in. Very low attack, like maybe single digits on attack for how much I don't want this unit to attack. Low speed, but not too low, like maybe in the 20s or so. 20s, 30, like 20s, low 30s. Like I think that's probably it. Very high defense, like in like the 50s, like base in the 50s, and high res, like maybe in the low to mid 40s. I want that. I want like this super tank, like a tank, like literally a brick wall or a concrete wall. It's called a brick wall. So I want this super brick wall. Okay, this carbon fiber brick wall. Okay, and Kevlar. So this Kevlar carbon fiber brick wall. This is the kind of character I want. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about special last because this is gonna be insane. So I want the A skill to come with defense res unity, which is in itself kind of crazy. Now this is an inheritable skill because like characters like Brave Demetri have attack defense unity. So is a similar skill to that, except applied to defense and resistance. Now, I also want... Now, here's the thing. I can imagine that you cannot, fodder the summoner. But if you somehow can fodder the summoner, like say through combat manuals or whatever, then I want this character to have some good fodder. Okay? If you can fodder it by any means, this is good fodder. Okay? Heck, this is not the only good fodder I put on this unit, okay? So, and the C skill, also inheritable as a new skill, I want a C skill that is referencing Deduced personal skill. So we also know what Deduced personal skill is. Like if you take no action, then you'll gain defense. So I want that similar idea. I named it Charge Defense Res. So, if the unit does not attack or use an assist, it grants defense and res +5 to the unit's next turn. So, when the dude does show up, and if it's possible to fodder the summoner, then the dude would have some really good skill just by doing absolutely nothing. It would be literally the Luigi wins by doing absolutely nothing of Fire Emblem Heroes. The B skill... Now, for those, so if you're wondering about what I'm doing for the B skill, now, I put myself in an armored staff unit, right? Right. So, and it's pretty much built like a Kevlar carbon fiber brick wall, right? So, it would be difficult for this unit to move. So, I decided to basically put him anywhere. So, the pref skill is called Teleport. It's similar idea to Warp Powder from Zelgius, in which the unit can move to a space adjacent to any ally with less than 80% HP. Granted, Warp Powder is something different, because if the unit is less than 80% HP, then it can move to any unit, adjacent to any unit. This one, I want my unit to teleport itself to anywhere where there needs to be healing. So if healing is necessary, then the unit can move to where healing is necessary. That's pretty much it. Again, crazy brick wall. And now for the special, the part that makes this character super broken. Okay? So remember, even though I say super broken, but it's like more like a super tank, because remember, this character cannot counter because he doesn't have a weapon. So, and he's still an armored healer, so still weak to stuff like the Raven weapon, so weak to armor killers, or armor smashers, whatever. So, still weak to those, he can't do anything about it. Just, he's super tanky, but he's still beatable. Okay, that being said, the special. I've chosen the special to be my signature skill, Ice Beam. It's an offensive special for a healer. Now, what does this do? Okay. I want us to do this. It deals damage equal to the opponent's current attack stat. You might be wondering, wait, what? So you're telling me that if I have, let's say, 61 attack on any character, and I get hit by this special, I'm going to get my butt blasted into high heaven? Correct. That is correct. But again, remember, he cannot attack. So it has to be it has to be done on enemy phase. So remember, wondering how the heck can you do an offensive special without a way to attack? So the idea here is that the unit cannot equip a weapon to use a special, but he can use the special while not equipped with a weapon. So that is probably the crazy part of this. So if the unit doesn't have a weapon involved, he can attack without a weapon. He can use the special without a weapon, but you can't equip a weapon to use the special. So no weapon, use the special. Weapon, no special. That is the crux of this build. Basically, it's like you know how in some Final Fantasy games we fight Bahamut, he counts down to a big Mega Flare, or I think some other enemies do that too. You know, a big countdown to an attack. It's similar to that, except this unit can heal itself. Okay, can heal other characters too. So it's similar to that. It's kind of like a boss unit. Now, the cooldown chart, the cooldown is 4. I've chosen 4 for this one. Could be 5, but I think inside 4 is a little too much. No, 4 is enough to be too much. Because remember, he used to be hit 4 times in order to use a special. So, that is the unit build that I want on my customizable summoner, with or without possible fodder. Alright, that's pretty much it for this video. See ya all later for the next Fighting Heroes content.